Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now, and towing the slab in this one, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, he's not a scout's dream because of the height, an undersized pitcher, but the heart is there and knows how to work the corners of the plate, add and subtract velocity to keep the hitters off balance.
And stepping in is the speedy Jacob Marcy. Got the bat going too soon at strike two.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
The wind of the pitch. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, splitter in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws, in time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Next offering is in for a strike. Yamamoto, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. And they'll do it again. One out, base is empty. And now it's filled up.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Two down, base is empty, and the batter will be the shortstop, Otto Lopez. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's outside.
That's a ball.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the first. And the Dodgers are coming up to hit no score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. And getting the start for Miami, Chris Paddock. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, he's got great stuff, but what makes his stuff even better is his delivery. Hides the ball for a very long time, high leg kick, and by the time the hitter sees it, it's right on top of him.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one at 95 missed up top. It's 2-2. Hit on the ground to the right side, and it goes just foul. That one 95 to finish him off.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike 2. One down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground to third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over. And the Dodgers are set down in order. Dodgers go down quietly. We played an inning. No score. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Top of the second. And the batter now, Xavier Edwards. In the air, left field, down the line. Lays out and makes the play. And next is the designated hitter, Liam Hicks.
I'm so glad Yamamoto made the move to Major League Baseball. He's one of the most decorated pitchers to come out of Japan and finished his Nippon professional baseball career in style.
Second inning here, no score.
Facing elimination and pitching in Game 6 of the Japan series, Yamamoto pitched a complete game with 14 strikeouts and broke the series strikeout record held by Yu Darvish. What a way to go out.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Miami, Agustin Ramirez. That one hammered but pulled foul. 2 outs, base is empty. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And no one could get to it. It's a foul ball. Tap to first. Freeman over to first in time. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Marlins. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Look at me. I feel so powerful. Look at me.
Back here in L.A., we head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
One ball, 2 strikes.
And that's way high. 2-2. On the ground to the left, and it stays fair. Around first, digging for 2. Throws to second, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Late on that fastball.
2-2 to count.
Three, 2 now.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Tucker stands at second with no outs. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. And a count 1-2. And that one is lifted in the air. Casey moving under it. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. 1 away. And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pajas. And that's in for a strike. Now 1-2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
2 on, 1 out. This one in the air, center field. Marcy settles underneath it. Drops into the glove. Runner tags for home. The throw's offline. He's safe. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Marlins nothing. Top half of the 3rd inning. And the batter now, Owen Casey. Inside. And it's 2-1. This one popped up. Freeland pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 1 away.
Batting 8th, third baseman
Javier Sanoja, the next up for the Marlins. The 1-1. And that's in the
2 balls,
dirt.
1 strike.
And that one fouled off. One down, base is empty. That one the other way. Freeland gets it to first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
Batting 9th, first baseman Connor Norby.
Next is the speedy first baseman Connor Norby. Next one is off the play, and that's ball 2. And that's
3
too
balls,
high.
1 strike.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Pajes settles under it. And that is that.
Get up, let the groove soothe, then let the beat smooth, you get up.
As we go to the last of the third, here's the second baseman, Alex Freeland. That one missing inside. Next pitch is downstairs. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Casey sizes this one up. Corrals it. One down. So the lineup flips over. Here's Shohei Ohtani. That one is absolutely belted. Way back. And it's gone. And they add a run. It's 2-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
Certainly worthy of another look to find out the distance of that home run via StatCast. 470 feet. Singy, say it with me. Wow.
Yeah, he got every stitch on that baseball, and you don't see many homers go as far as that one just did. I'm sure it's already spread like wildfire on the internet, man. These kind of home runs don't go unnoticed.
The next pitch misses. 2-1. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And down on strikes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a foul out of play. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of the third. And a 1-2. Just missed.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine.
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. And it's 2-zip. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Jacob Marcy. And that's ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So up next, Kyle Stowers. The 1-1 is fouled off.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
The Marlins still looking for their first hit in this one. Gets a piece and stays alive. Strike 3 and It's a strikeout for Yamamoto.
A pretty good break on the curveball right there. Maybe not as down in the zone as he would have liked, but deceptive enough to get that swing and miss. And if you don't catch that pitch out front on the barrel, it bears in on you pretty hard.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. 2-1. Marcy at first, one gone. Got him swinging on the curveball. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. Chris, his skill set straight out of the mid-80s. Good contact, not much power, and he could run. He always uses the wheels to his advantage.
His biggest challenge in this day and age is to not get caught up in trying to hit home runs because so many people are.
That one down the line, and that's just foul.
I think baseball's starting to understand that those guys are valuable like they once were. They need them in this game today.
2 outs. That misses, and the count's even at 2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Marlins leave 1, and they're down 2-0. And we're back. Bottom 4, and now the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. So now 1-2.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Off the mark there. 2-2.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
King Tuck goes down on strikes. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
3 balls, 1 strike.
This one smoked, could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
Here comes Max Muncy. Swing at a high fly ball, well struck. And out of here. He circles the bases, and they boost their lead. It's 4-0.
Clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the... This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Gone! They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other.
Michael Peterson gets the ball now. He's into the game with the bases empty. Ha-Seong Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Smoked in the left, base hit.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now, Alex Freeland. Swing and a fly ball well struck left field. Marcy flashes the leather on the run and catch.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Peterson throws to first. Kim dives back in safely. Kim off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big time velo on the bump and big time pop at the plate.
That missed by a lot, and it's 2-2. What a stop. What a play. Inning over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working, and the lead is now 5-0.
Yeah, we in goal mode. Going. Yeah, we in goal mode.
We go to the top of the 5th. Now here's the Marlins DH, Liam Hicks. Swings through that one out in front that time.
2 strikes.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And at the plate for Miami, Agustin Ramirez. That clips the zone. 1-2.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
And that one is inside. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. There's a swing and a drive. Tucker going back on this one. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he's got a double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
One out, runner at second. Now it's the right fielder, Owen Casey. Fought off foul. 1 out and a runner at second. Off the mark there. And the count is even, 2-2. And that one popped in the air, left field. 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman,
Javier Sanoja, the next up for the Marlins. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Inside.
That's inside.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
Runner at second, 2 down. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Man at second. And a curve misses outside. And it's 3-2. Swung on, belted. One hops off the wall, should be extra bases. The run comes in to score from second. It's 5-1.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches made him really work out there on the mound. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
So runner at second, 2 down. And now for the Marlins, Connor Norby.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Goes down looking. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. It's now 5-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And here's Freddie Freeman. And that one fouled off. And misses inside. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And Freddie takes the K.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And a 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. 2 down, bases empty. So here's Kyle Tucker now. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Not even close there. 2-1. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Back there. Up against the wall and brings it in. Nothing doing here this half. 5 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Marlins 1.
Show me how you listen. This my addition. I know that I'm listening. Wasn't planning on this shit.
Back here in L.A., top of the 6th inning. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Jacob Marcy. Ripped on the ground to second. Throw on to Freeman. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
The shortstop takes a ball.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Marlins, second baseman Xavier Edwards.
So digging in, Xavier Edwards. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. There's a ball. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
And that's in for a strike. Next offering is downstairs. Lopez on at second with 2 down. Now this is in the air down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Tucker should have it. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Marlins 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Marcy in position, and there's one away.
Now batting third baseman.
One down, base is empty. Hit well, right field, way back, and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 6-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Base is empty, 1 away. Now here is Andy Pajes. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So 2 down now, and here is Hae-Sung Kim. The shortstop takes the ball. Cut on and lifted in the air. Stowers. And makes the grab. And that is that. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Edgardo Henriquez.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well. You know, these Marlins, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
And a ground ball to first. He takes it on his own, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Here's the catcher, Agustin Ramirez.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Bases empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Going back, and that one is going to go. So he blasts one out the other way, and they're chipping away. It's 6-2.
This game just got a little more interesting with that home run. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
One out, bases empty. And up next for Miami, Owen Casey. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One down, bases empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And there's 2 down.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it. One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
That one off the mark. Now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Sanoja, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
2 outs. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. Now a 6-2 ball game. Back after this on The Show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Andrew Nardi.
Opinionated, opinions hated, it's all trash. This kid the greatest, it's flaming, it's all gas. Breaking down the young and what I owed him.
Alex Freeland steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Up and in, and it's 2-1.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
Next offering upstairs. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Now it's the DH, Shohei Ohtani. He blasted one out earlier in the third.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
That misses, and a count 2-1. Activity in the bullpen. John King preparing to come on if needed. Backer also getting ready. Nobody out. Runner at first. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. On the ground. And foul ball. Step off throw to first. Freeland back on a dive. Got him swinging.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
That catches the top part of the zone. That is strike two.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
On the outside corner, got him looking. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and one left on. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Dodgers. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Blake Trinan. Back to the top of the order, and at the plate for Miami, Jacob Marcy.
Center fielder, number 87.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That's a little bit low. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Stays alive. Comes a 2-2. Swings through it for the K. Gassed it right by him.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
One down, base is empty.
Yep, that ball went out.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Will Klein looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Number 63, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. And downstairs. The Dodgers leading by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Goes down looking for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th. And 1-2-3 go the Marlins. They still trail it here. It's 6-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, John King. Here's Kyle Tucker. And down on strikes he goes. And now 1 away. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-2. Miami's bullpen with some action. Calvin Fauché, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 outs, base is empty. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy. On the ground, right side. And it's through for a hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
And now here is Andy Pajes. That one missed. Muncy off of first with 2 away. Next offering is fouled back.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
3-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Ground ball to the right side. Sneaks through, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs. Ha-Seong Kim getting ready to hit. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Ramirez collects, fires to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Will Klein.
Now pitching for the Dodgers.
Xavier Edwards now at the plate.
Will
Feels
Klein.
like it's less common today that you see a guy like this. The speed component, the contact component, but lack of power.
Ball.
He just has to understand that his skill set is unique and he's very valuable for any ball club. If he does that, he'll play a long time in this league.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting. Designated hitter,
Next is the
Liam
designated
Hicks.
hitter, Liam Hicks. Look out!
Yep, that got
And
him.
it hit
Take
him.
your base.
First and second, no outs. And now the catcher comes up to hit, Agustin Ramirez.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit. And a swing and a miss there. First and second, no outs. Here at the top of the ninth. Next offering misses. Full count now. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there.
And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. So they turn to their closer, Tanner Scott.
Gets an opportunity to square off against his former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
And it remains 2-2.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
In the air, left side. Squeezes it. Here comes the runner from third. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. It's 6-3.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Pinch hitter coming on, Leo Jimenez. Runners at first and second for him with one down. And there's the strike.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Nice job behind the plate there. So they're down to their final out. Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. They're down to their final strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This could end it. And that's a little bit high.
That pitch was pretty borderline at the top of the zone, and he's not digging the call out there on the mound. Clearly pretty frustrated, so he's going to have to collect himself a little.
The tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a total team effort, using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton. The next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit, because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
6-3 our final score. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.